Yo, what is up, Risky Rebellion? We're back with another video, and this time for something different that I've been planning for quite a while. And I'm so glad to bring you guys my very first top 10. There'll be plenty of more in the future as far as like Pokemon stuff, top 10, maybe Dragon Quest games and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and just let this be known, this is my opinion. It doesn't critique to y'all's top 10 favorite games, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the video. Number 10. Pokemon Sword. Now, if you're wondering why I'm putting Pokemon Sword as number 10, or why is it's not higher if you really like the game, it's just on order of which one I like the most, and this happens to be the number 10 spot. For me, Pokemon Sword was a brand new experience. I haven't played the game when it came out, so I recently played a blind playthrough on my channel. You can check the icon to the right. So if you saw that let's play, that live let's play, and we also did a sleep walk of that, so we finished that game completely. In its entirety, and I really like the game. As far as graphics, I know people were like, the graphics aren't that good, but personally, it was decent. I'm not too worried about that. You know, nothing has to look like Breath of the Wild. Nothing gotta look like Detroit Become Human. It's a Pokemon game. Come on now. But I will say that Pokemon Sword was really refreshing. Playing, you know, a bunch of Pokemon games in my experience. Pokemon Platinum was my first. It was really refreshing because, you know, you didn't have the evil team and stuff. Well, I mean, you had Team Yell, but they're not really an evil team. They're more like fans, but, you know, and that's really, just really nice, refreshing. You know, you got the champion go do that, Champion Leon. And I think that was the problem people had with it was, like, the graphics, the national decks, whatever, and the fact that Leon was being a hero, you know, it's a champion. It's like when, like, I don't know why people have a reason with that problem with it, but I mean, you know, it's like in Gen 5 when all the Elite Four members actually came and protected you and saved you from the, you know, the evil team, so you can get back to Getsus. So I don't know what people got for that, but I think it's a great game overall. The DLC is great. The music is amazing. I could play some for y'all if you like. But yeah, the music is amazing. The story, I would say I'm gonna put it on top 10 because the story isn't anything crazy. It's regular getting your badges, so it's just very average. So that's why it's on number 10 for that reason. Number 9. Now this number 9, number 8 spot was hard to put on. I had a little bit of a strife trying to figure out which one will take the top, but because of my favoritism, I took. You'll see in the next 8 spot, but. Number 9 is Pokemon White. I played this not too long ago. I guess it was a couple years back. And it was the first time playing Pokemon White, and I believe it has the best story in any Pokemon franchise, hands down. But that's my opinion, subjective. I know, but I think it's so interesting that Pokemon tackles this ideal of these ideals, really black and white, and trying to come together to the truth. It's beyond good, and the ending is what makes it so incredible for me. And you getting to Getsus in the castle rising up, and that was really industrial for this revolution when we only had the DS, you know. So them doing those graphics was phenomenal, and music wise, sheesh, word, like. I'm just saying, y'all, I think it has a great game, and if you haven't played it already, I'm not gonna give too much of it. Pokemon, I would say the Pokemon were top tier in there. I'm just saying the story is amazing, and it's nice to play through, and it's nice having the Elite Four coming together to help in the greater cause of the good, you know. So you don't see that often, because they're usually just battling. But that is why it is in the top 9 spot. Next, my favoritism took over. Pokemon Platinum as my 8th spot. Pokemon Platinum, oh my god. My first Pokemon game actually. Which is why I have it at 8th spot instead of the 9th spot, because I personally think Pokemon White had it. But anyways, Pokemon Platinum does have a special place in my heart, as it's, like I said, first game I ever played. Story-wise, you know, you have the evil team, and I would say I wouldn't say the story is better than, well, I mean, it could go hand in hand, because Pokemon White, Black and White both have fantastic stories, and the sequels as well, which I have yet to play soon. Pokemon Platinum also has the galactic and going into this distortion world, and you're fighting, and you're getting to talk to Cynthia. There's just so many cool aspects. So you got Cynthia, the coolest champion, Garchomp teams. It took me a week to beat this Elite Four. Like, this was probably one of my toughest Elite Fours I had to battle in my whole career. And the amount of crits in this game is absolutely insane. Crit City in Platinum. As far as that, the music is just really nostalgic for me. Me and my sister shared this game a lot. She both enjoys it as well, which really got her into Pokemon as well. And it's amazing. The starters, Chimchar, bro. Piplup, bro. Almost forgot the third starter, Turtwig, bro. Like, Pokemon, I think, are fantastic, and I can't wait for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. In the 7th spot, we have Dragon Quest Monsters. Now, I also got this in a period where I already had Dragon Quest games, which was Dragon Quest V, The Heavenly Bride, and Dragon Quest VII, which I think it was Sentinel Starry Night, something like that. I'll throw it up on the screen. So around that time is when I got this game, Dragon Quest Monsters. Now, I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but personally for me, it was a really fun game. It does have some Pokemon concepts, like you can catch monsters, yes, but fun fact, Dragon Quest Monsters came out way before Pokemon did. So who's the real snatchers? But anywho, for the concept, I think it's basically like Pokemon. You're collecting these gems for this trial period, for this big era, at the end, so everyone is intense. The thing that makes it a little bit more interesting, it's kind of like the anime with, well, I haven't watched the anime that much, but you're going and getting all these gym badges in Pokemon, right? But you're collecting these gems for this trial, and everyone's doing it, so you can see actual people battling and getting the stuff, and you catching these monsters too, but in a different way. And you can also fuse them, actually, so that's what makes it kind of more interesting. Infinite Fusion, you know, the connection is there, but it's a really fun game. It's a hidden gem. I highly recommend it if you haven't played it. It's for the DS, I believe. You could go and check that out, maybe emulate it. I don't know. I didn't say anything, but that is why it's on my top 7 list. For number 6, Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh my god, I love this game. Fire Emblem Awakening is hands down up there. That's why it's on this list. It was my first introduction into the Fire Emblem franchise, and it's my first edition playing as one of the games, so it was really good for beginners. I highly recommend it if you definitely want to get into the franchise itself. I'm still playing a couple of new ones. I'm playing Birthright right now, which is slightly okay, but as far as those echoes, what was it? Like, it was a Fire, which is like the recent one on the 3DS, but the recent one is with 3 Houses, which I haven't got to play yet, but hopefully it's as good as people say. But about this, it's a tactical gameplay style, which was something I thought I wouldn't be into, but after playing it and getting into the story and the characters and developing the relationships, the bonding, the conversations, there's some real interesting conversations in those times. But after a while, I did really like the combat style, and I replayed that game to this day. As far as story, it has cutscenes in there. It hits all the notches, and there's a lot of replay value. I know you can play hardcore mode or the original mode, where if the player dies, it dies forever, and you can't get that unit back. But I haven't done that yet. But maybe we will. But that is what's gonna end for my top 6 spot. Number 5, Assassin's Creed 3. Now, Assassin's Creed 3, also one of my it's probably one of my first Assassin's Creed games as well. I think I got it off sale, wasn't too long ago. Again, it was probably like a couple months ago, maybe like last year, maybe. Assassin's Creed is really fun. I love playing Assassin's Creed. the combat is up there, and it's just a really chill game to play. Streaming wise, I probably wouldn't stream it, but the story of it, obviously, it gives into the Templars and stuff like that. I definitely have to go back and play the originals for sure, but for the most part, it's the story cutscenes and really the combat is top tier for me. Number 4, Red Dead Redemption. Now, I'm not going to say the second one because I haven't played the second one, so I don't know, but from what I played from the original, I'm assuming the second one's very good because I've already seen a couple little bit previews of it, so I kind of know how good it is. But for the first one, I also think it's very good. I still have a copy to this day on 360, and I just think it's super fun to play because there's so many outcomes, and you know, you're just a wild boy in the West, you know, doing your own thing. You get to run around on your horse, you know, be an outlaw. We could be on the good side or the bad side, and you know, you could be on the wanted side, which is really fun playthrough. But if you want to stay on the good side to get the good ending, then obviously you could do that. But me, I personally like just killing everyone. Yes, I'm gonna leave that just like that. Number 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Another Assassin's Creed. Yep, another one. I love Black Flag. Black Flag is like, man, it's another fun game too. It goes hand to hand with Red Redemption because you can do so much. But Black Flag with the pirate edition that they got in there, the whole pirate stuff, it just makes it even more fun. The assassinations you can do, the sneak attacks and stuff like that. I haven't yet to finish the game, but from what I played so far, I love it, and it is one of my top favorite games. Number 2. Now, I didn't expect this to make the list, but after finding out that the second game was coming out this year and replaying it, Monster Hunter Stories in my top 2. Oh my lord. I've never played a Monster Hunter game until Miitopia came out, but but then I also played this, and I really enjoyed it, honestly. If you're new into the franchise, this is a great way to get into it without getting so deep into the lore they don't know what the heck's going on, because I did not know. But I just love the bond with I forgot the monsters, Ragnarok. I'm gonna get canceled. I love spending time with the monsters / dragons, but I'm not sure what you call it. I know the name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But I love the bonding with the monsters and the battling system, which is kind of like Pokemon, but I think it's slightly different. As far as the story, and I did not know it also had a anime series, like a live. I'm not sure, I had to look into it, but the story is what really brought me into it. You're becoming a writer, and you get to customization. Customization, hands down in this game, top tier. Pokemon, Game Freak, take notes. The custom, just in the demo, which is only when I played, but Monster Hunter Story just has so much to offer as far as from customization with your monsters and yourself, clothing, hair, anything else. Story is just really deep. You're becoming a writer, your family, you're just a new person here, you just game with your friends, and now, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but a certain event happens that leads you and your friends to go on an adventure on your own and fully become a writer, which that journey is just incredible to itself. Picking up items, crafting them, doing side quests in the game is really fun as well, so this is a game I highly recommend. In my number 1 spot, Dragon Quest V: The Heavenly Bride. If you know, you already know, this is one of my hands down favorites. I talk about it a lot, but I'm simply talking about the DS version. Now, there's 3 games of this, 2 remakes, the original from the SNES, and the PlayStation 1 or 2 version, I'm pretty sure, which is... Let's not talk about that one. But, like I said, I highly recommend just getting the DS version. It is beautiful. It sticks to the original with the graphics, but updates it to immense power. And obviously with the DS, you have 2 dual screens, and you can use the L and R to actually turn around and see the bigger perspective. And the sprite work is absolutely astonishing. There's a certain scene in the story where I'm going to say a character's name. You'll figure it out later. Bianca Falls, and the spray work is phenomenal. Like I said, monsters, you battle into this. Now, like I said, Dragon Quest 5 or Dragon Quest in general came out before Pokemon, so this whole monster catching thing was a thing before that. So you have this monster. Well, let me get into the beginning part. You're just born in the beginning scene. You're born, you just got named, and then something happens to your mother. We don't know what, but after that, it's a little bit while later. You don't remember anything yet, but I'm pretty sure you start off as like 6. You're like 6 at this time, and you're journeying on with your father, Pancreas. And I said Pancreas. Whoo, wow. Pretty sure that's how you say his name. I'm probably wrong, but he is a legend around the town, so you go traveling, and he's specifically looking for something, but you don't know about until later into the story. Now, this is a really coming of age story. You grow up, obviously, you move on from this, and there's certain events that I won't say, but you're journeying on with your father, something happens big, then you're journeying off on your own to somewhere else, and I mean, you get a waifu. What else could you ask for? You get to your own family. You become a father. The main character, I think, the default name is like Abel or something like that. But yeah, you can recruit monsters. You can nickname the monsters. You can have a full pack of monsters in the wagon. And can have a second set. So I think you have 2 sets. So like the first set was just like you and whatever your family is, and then the backup, which would be the monsters, which is dope. So as far as that, man, and if you get to the very ending of the story, this is a difficult game. I'm not gonna lie. You might have to put some hours into it. There's a lot of side quests. You could do casino stuff in there, do some gambling. The NPCs talk option, there's a lot of interesting things that the characters say that you wouldn't get insight until you actually talk to them, depending on which place you are. And like I say, it's a really coming of age story, and I think it's probably one of my best games, one of my favorite games in the franchise. And that is going to have to do for my top 10 favorite Dragon Quest games, oh boy. For my top 10 favorite games, not Dragon Quest games. Maybe I'll get into that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. It's my first time doing a top 10. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the icon to the right. Check out our other stuff in order what you missed. But hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.